All right, y'all, Theo Dorsey here, and I guess I need to properly introduce this man right here, though you know the face. Eli Manning, two-time Super Bowl champion, and also now partner with the BBQ Guys, who just opened up this beautiful storefront here, showing off all of the backyard gear that's available for sale. First and foremost, how'd you get hooked up with these guys, and what's the grill that you have in your backyard?
Well, I got hooked up with these guys a few years ago when they had sold to a private equity group and looking for investors, and they're based out of Baton Rouge. So they thought that the Manning family, being from New Orleans and growing up outside, outdoors, and a tight family, might be good investors. And we looked at it and agreed. It was a great company, so proud to be part of that. Eventually became brand ambassadors and done some commercials with my family for BBQ Guys. So excited for this design center. I get to see all the different, whether it's outdoor kitchens or grills or just outdoor living that BBQ Guys offers. But for mine, I'm a Blaze guy. So BBQ Guys did my outdoor kitchen maybe 3 years ago, and Blaze has been working just fine for me.
Now, I hear you're not the starting quarterback on the grill right there in the family. Who is, and where are you picking up some of those traits to get better at it?
Yeah, I think when we kind of became brand ambassadors for BBQ Guys, they had this vision of my dad grilling and all the boys running around, and I was like, no, that's not it. Mom's on the grill, Dad is out throwing footballs and pitching us baseballs and playing hoops with us, and so everything I've learned has been from my mom, and so she's taught me the basics, and I'm growing from there.
Perfect. Eli Manning, of course, joining us here on Theoretically Speaking. We're talking barbecue. We also can talk a little bit of a roast. I'm glad you accepted this invite. Why'd you turn down the Tom Brady invite for last weekend's roast?
Yeah, I just, as I said on social media, I roasted him a few times before. Didn't need to do it one more time, but it's got to see the clips and some funny stuff, and he was a good sport because he definitely took some shots.
Do you have the kind of temperament for one of those as well? Is it?
No, I don't think so. That's why I didn't go, because I've seen enough roasts where I know just because you think you're roasting someone, you're also there to be roasted as well. So I don't know if I would have taken the jokes as well as he did.
Well, you know what? In Kim Kardashian, she sat through some herself as well. Everybody got out clean. Hopefully, we'll see how that pans out in ages. Two things that do age well: your Super Bowl rings as a quarterback. When you think about all of the things that you've accomplished, you got the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. Now you have these many post-retirement ventures. Those two Super Bowl rings, how much does it help just, no matter how everything else goes, you got those two things to lean on?
Well, obviously, as a professional athlete, that's the goal every year, is to win a championship, and that's what you're working towards. And you learn very quickly it's hard to do, and it takes a great team effort. And fortunate for those two special years where we had the best team, and everybody came together. Everybody's working towards a common goal, and we're all in on trying to build a championship and win it. And so those are special years, special bond with those coaches, those teammates that you win a championship with, and it's always good to have those.
Now, you talked a little bit about you hooping a little bit. You don't play basketball anymore, right?
Yeah. I can play. I don't have to worry about getting hurt anymore. But but I'm playing against 5-year-old kids and 9-year-old daughter and that kind of stuff. So a lot more horse and than playing pickup basketball.
Have you heard the debate that's been going on, the great conversation around NFL athletes who think they can ball and the NBA athletes who think they can play football?
Oh.
Do you have, in all your years in the league, teammates, friends, colleagues, do you have like a top 3 or 4 NFL guys who actually can hoop that you can give us? Because the debate's hot right now.
Yeah, debate, I'm sure. I mean, I've seen Odell Beckham, play some hoops before. He can definitely do every dunk. You name a dunk, he can get it done and make it work. So, but obviously, I've been watching the Knicks right now, and last night in the playoffs, they're playing great basketball. So those guys are unbelievable, just with their the ball skills and making 3-point shooting. So I was more of a layups and free throw guy, and that was get open without the ball and get the tough points. But they're both, all these guys are great athletes, and whatever they kind of put their mind to, I bet they could figure it out.
Layup and free throw. Another Manning benefiting from the whistle. Over here waiting on free throws to get buckets. Can you talk specifically about, I mean, we're here, we're looking at all of these great outdoor pieces that BBQ Guys have, an antique and table. You obviously got yours put in 3 years ago. The folks here at West Palm Beach, they're now going to get an opportunity to see, touch, feel this stuff in person. How wild were you when you saw the level of quality as well as when you put it to use with the stuff that they have right here in the store?
Yeah, and that's like I told Russ, the CEO of BBQ Guys, I said this would have been dangerous if they had this a few years ago. That would have been a much bigger bill putting in that outdoor kitchen a few years ago. If I got to come here and just touch, feel, see all the different options, I would have all the bells and whistles. I would be learning how to make pizza and smoking things, which are way out of my abilities.
I love all the pizza options here. I didn't know you can cook pizza that many ways in your own backyard.
There you go. And that's what they're offering. So it's very cool to come here and just see the different setups. Also the whole outdoor living and the teak and tables and everything that they're doing. So it's a really cool space, and obviously makes sense for a lot of people to come in, see the different options, and really be able to visualize their backyard space.
Two more. Can I ask a quick football junkie question?
Yeah.
I saw you on Cam Newton's podcast a year ago, and you talked specifically about the bond that you had with Victor Cruz on the field and his ability to run all the option routes. I'm a Chiefs fan, and I feel like people play up and talk about the Mahomes to Kelsey connection for those same reasons. How does that even work? When do you figure out that you have a guy that you can trust? Because I know everybody can't be out there running option routes. Between you, the coach, the receiver, how do you pick out that guy to be able to be that?
No, I wish you could just pick out a guy and say, hey, you're going to be the guy to do it. It's got to be someone that just has a great understanding of coverages, of defense, of leverage. Also, just be able to read their body language. It's honestly some guys that are just too fast. They're so fast that they can't stop. They don't have great control of their body. They don't see the coverages or where everybody's aligned, so they can't make those fast decisions. Victor had like the perfect speed where he could see things, and also I could just read his body language where I knew. And we'd talk about it, say, hey, if I fake left, that means I'm going right, and vice versa. So these little setup moves where I knew what he was going to do off of that. And it's not an easy thing to do, and some people get it, some people cannot get it, and they never will. And so you're just understanding what people's skill sets are, and some people you don't put them in that position. With Victor, we put him in that position, he grew and grew, and we just gave him more options and more reads and more possibilities, and it made him very difficult to cover.
And you obviously post-career got to the Manning cast. It feels like you and Peyton obviously made to be media darlings. One thing that shocked the world right now is Bill Belichick is like actually good on TV. What's been your reaction seeing that guy be that good of a presence in sports media?
Well, he obviously knows the game of football extremely well on both sides, and has been around the game for so long, so he can talk about it very freely. And I think his personality, it's like, wait, Bill Belichick has a personality. I've seen him outside of football, and he does have that dry personality. He'll kind of throw some jabs in there without, you're like, did he just throw a jab at me or not? And so I think he'll be great just having him on the show and dissecting football and the strategy and different things that, from the coach's mindset of what they go through in a week to week in the preparation of both these teams that are playing.
Gotcha. And on the way out, I just want you to rate this show name. This is a new show on ESPN 106.3.
Okay.
My name again, Theo Dorsey.
Yeah.
Theoretically speaking.
Theoretically speaking. I give it an 8. I give it an 8. 8 out of 10.
I'll take that.
There you
I'll
go.
take 8 out of 10. Eli, thank you so much for your time, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for showing us off with the BBQ Guys. Thank you again. Amazing stuff. Come and check it out. It's right here at West Palm Beach. And this guy says 8 out of 10 for theoretically speaking. That's a good grade.